If everything is working as it should. Are we live on YouTube? Are we? Let's see. All right, YouTube. Check. I believe. Twitch. Not yet. Are we started? All right, we're connected to Restream. All right, we are connected to YouTube. We are not connected to Twitch. Am I on the wrong Twitch channel? Let's see. Did I? No, here we are. All right, maybe this just needs an update. And YouTube. There we go. And all right. I think we are live. And chat check. See if the chat's working. Twitch and YouTube is through. All right, we're connected. Whew. All right, everybody, let's get started. So today I'm gonna start something new, something that I've always wanted to do, planning for years, like most things. And I think it's time for something, for a new big feature to kind of, for me to start working on it, because it takes a while, you know, and then once the feature's sort of mostly working, it needs a bunch of testing, and then it takes a while for people to actually start using it, and so on and so forth, right? And this feature is puzzle packs. So the idea is that instead of people publishing PDFs such as this Ren Sudoku one online somewhere, and this one was recently done in, I don't know if honor is the right word, but to promote Ren, a musician, for his work. Excuse me. My streaming allergy is kicking in. And I just want to take this one as a sort of sample of like, what does a puzzle pack look like? What kind of information does it need to contain? And the idea is that you should be able to link to a puzzle pack the same way as you're linking to a puzzle, and that it not just includes information about the puzzles, but also information between the puzzles, you know, and kind of things like cover letters and, you know, a little flavor text and all this sort of stuff, right? And kind of obviate the need for a separate PDF to do stuff like that. And I've got a few other puzzle packs. So, for example, the Snack Doku PDF. So here's a short one with a couple of pages, and then here's a big one with 18 pages. So I just, you know, as an example of what a longer one would look like, what a shorter one would look like. Hi guys. Not you guys. And I want to stay. Excuse me. Excuse me. I want to stay pragmatic, so I'm not going to make the bee's knees of everything today, especially when it comes to the user interface for playing the puzzle and the user interface for actually creating these packs. So today I'll be satisfied if I can create a pack by hand by crafting a file, a JSON file or something, and have, you know, for example, it would be nice in the future to actually include full page visuals like this, but obviously that would mean a larger file format or storage requirements. I mean, this PDF is 1.6 megabytes, so it's not insanely huge. So I could easily host these. Excuse me. But it does take a little bit of extra care and attention when it's, you know, a couple of megabytes potentially. And then you need to say, okay, well, what about a bigger pack? You know, how many megabytes can that be? You know, and then how do people upload the images? And how do you, you know, how much, the idea is that the pack shouldn't require as much effort as has gone into this. It should be much easier. And it's not like, I don't want to let people, you know, lay out and design a full document like they do with a PDF, but more have a more standardized format. So you have your puzzles, you have your stuff before and after each puzzle. You know, like here, there's a song associated with each puzzle, you know, they just have to put that into the text for the puzzle. So it's not just the rules text of the puzzle, but some additional flavor text as well. And of course, it wouldn't be designed as pages, so 2 puzzles to a page or whatever. It would be puzzles, right? Just, you know. But I'd like to have something in the user interface, kind of some sort of scrollable index, maybe with thumbnails for the puzzles or whatever, you know. Anyway, we'll get into that. The other question I have then is, should the puzzle pack be separated from the app, i.e. there's a separate puzzle pack viewer that then opens the app to play the puzzles, and that's something I might experiment as a sort of prototype mechanism. Or alternatively, it is integrated similar to how playlists work in YouTube. So in YouTube, when you open a playlist, there's no separate playlist page. You're always viewing a video, but the playlist is added as additional information on the side of the video. So potentially we could do something like that. I mean, we have experimented a little bit with puzzle selection interfaces, such as this endless puzzles interface. So it could be either something like this managed through a pop-up or part of the UI somehow. I don't know. We'll see. It could integrate with the rules text. That's a big amount of space that maybe it's time I'll do something with. So for example, right now we have this space here, but this space could be dual purpose. It could be the puzzle pack, you know, overarching puzzle pack, current puzzle, and then you switch tabs or whatever, and you see your puzzle, your listings, right? Or even you have the puzzles listed on the side of it, you know? Excuse me. I have to see how much space there is and how that works. And of course, that doesn't work on horizontal user interfaces, so there needs to be something else. Oh, my nose has just gone absolutely bonkers. Excuse me. I actually saw a doctor about this, and they suspect I have some sort of nerve damage in my nose. And apparently the medication for it is both expensive and unavailable in this country, so yay. Anyway, hey Laps on the Moon, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. And I have one little item here, hash support. So I recently added a feature for managing screenshots. And one of the options I have is to open the screenshot inside Photopea, which is a online sort of web-based clone of Photoshop, which is absolutely awesome, and I use it all the time. And I noticed that they use the URL hash to transmit the data. And if I take this, nope. If I take this, and let's see if it copies the full URL. So this URL is 49 kilobytes large. So these are quite a bit bigger than standard length URLs. But the data never gets sent to the server. So it's maybe a way of managing larger amounts of data, both for more complex and bigger puzzles, as well as for puzzle packs, which might include multiple puzzles. Now, I have now storage for data on the server, so that's what I definitely want to utilize. But this is something I wanted to look into, because there were some issues with certain pen-pal puzzles that were just too big. And while these URLs are impractical, they are useful for certain things. You know, they're useful for, if you're using a tiny URL, and I think you can tiny URL to something like this. Let's try that, actually. If I do tiny URL, I think there's no limit on the size of a tiny URL reference. So if I go create tiny URL, make this really long email here, long address here, test Photopea 201. If I do this, so it doesn't work quite like that. It's 32 characters. They limited to 32,000 characters, which is still probably longer than many online services will support. Excuse me, my nose is being so bad today. It literally just started. The moment I start streaming, it went bonkers. It must be, it's not, it can't be purely a physical thing. It must be at least partially mental. I don't know. Sometimes. Anyway, all right. So that's interesting. But it's also interesting that there isn't a definite limit on how long this can be. Max length of URL hash data. Let's see what that is. So Chrome limited 2 megabytes, right? So that's actually quite interesting. So 2 megabytes, you could literally put a PDF with images in there. Let's see, what's this? Eliding URLs. You know, use URL format to elide URL. Excuse me. And I'm still feeling it. It's like a little needle stinging my nose. You now have limits in length of URLs to 31 common limit. Common limit URL to maximum length 2 megabytes for practical reasons and to avoid causing denial of service problems in inter-process communication. Okay, although 1 kilobyte limit is used for VR platforms. Interesting. I mean, you generally don't really want to have long URLs, and this might not really be relevant. It might be just more something like for testing or whatever that I can just add. It might also be an excuse to kind of review the process. Non-consecutive constraint be added to the conflict checker. Sorry, Jason Sussman. Well, in the moment, it's kind of implicit with the solution. Once you have a solution in the puzzle, it checks against that, so it can kind of find that. But you'll be happy to know that I have currently somebody working on a more interesting hint generation system, which will probably also resolve in a better conflict checker. But the idea is basically to run a solver against the puzzle and, you know, be able to offer hints to the user. And conflict checking, in a weird way, is actually kind of a hint. Oh, my nose is just unhappy. Very, very unhappy right now. Excuse me. This is absolutely horrendous, I tell you. I might have to, I don't know, if it doesn't get better, I might have to abort the stream. This is not feeling well. Anyway, so let's have a look at these packs that we have here. And maybe this one, we'll look at it a bit later. Let's start with one of the simpler ones. So this one is a lot smaller. It has these Snackdoku puzzles. I think they've been published on the Discord without a paywall, so I hope I'll be all right. So let's see. It has an introduction, it has a title, it has a sort of collective byline. It has links, sort of an index to the individual puzzles, yeah. And then it has multiple puzzle links, and that's definitely something I want to support. And then I'm guessing this is mostly the individual puzzle rules. Oh, I didn't want to actually open it separately. So I wanted to see. So here the rules are kind of like that without the formatting, without the line break. Which puzzle was this? Blotchy Killer. Blotchy Killer here. Purpose of the killer. Actually, it looks like the text is kind of the same. So it could be something there where it's a bit smart that if no extra text is shown, it just shows the rules text. Things like that, you know. So I definitely want to have a system also that's as easy as possible to use and as uncomplicated and effortless as possible to use for the setter. Now, I've looked at this in the past, and I've kind of worked up different bits and pieces. I'm not actually going to bother looking at those right now because I think I just want to get started with something very pragmatic. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to create a feature in a plugin for SudokuPad that we can then use to kind of initially work on this and kind of as a separate thing. We might have to modify SudokuPad a little bit to support, because so far I don't think I have ever supported modifying sort of the incoming data, right? Sort of parsing the incoming data via a plugin. So that'll be interesting, and it'll, you know, we might have to kind of expand SudokuPad to have that capability. And I think it'll be a useful capability anyways to have. So I'm going to start with Stream Tool. I'm going to just copy this into a new file. I'm going to cut out as much as possible from Stream Tool, which we won't need. We won't need any of these things. We won't need that. We won't need... Well, we're going to modify that. We won't need that. All right. Now we're going to call this feature puzzle pack. For now. Feature puzzle pack. Puzzle pack. I get rid of this. Don't need any of that. And I don't know if there's anything custom here. I think attach element and detach element should be blank for now. And we won't have a setting in here at the time being. Excuse me. All right, my nose is starting to slow its assault down just a little bit. Because puzzle packs is not really a setting to switch on or off. So we'll just see what of this actually. You know what? Let's just remove this for now. We won't need it. We're just gonna do console.warn feature puzzle pack handle init, just so we know it's locked in. And then we're gonna save this under feature puzzle pack. All right. On my to-do list is also to create a actual plugin system kind of built in for people to load in extensions, but more like for developers to start working on these, not just me with access to the code where I can upload things to the server, but people can just load things from third parties. Again, mostly for development, have to be a bit careful in terms of safety and security, but we'll get there. All right, now we want to actually load this feature into the app. So we're gonna just load the file, super primitive, puzzle pack. And if I go here and I refresh, oh, that's super tiny. And I filter by pack. Here we go. It should load in. I think this is a bit small for you guys on the stream. We won't need the time stamps right now. Let me just disable those. They take up so much space. All right, and there's puzzle pack handle in it, right? And then the second point is we want to actually load puzzle pack data. So the idea is I want to be able to load in something called pack whatever, right? Pack. And I don't want it to just go barf, right? I want it to somehow manage that. So the idea is where in the system do we have to hook in to be able to, you know, kind of install a data handler of some kind, right? So puzzle loader is where the puzzle gets loaded. So let's have a look where this all happens. So this one, so puzzle loader is our core sort of loading mechanism. And I actually want to use move more things into here. Oh yeah, and the other thing is, one of the problems with puzzle packs is, can I include, you know, 10 puzzles worth of data in one URL? And probably not. But in theory, at least I want that capability to be there. So initially, I'm probably going to use the short URLs for the puzzle pack and just link to them by URL. But in the future, if there's long URLs, maybe if I recompress all the puzzles together, it might still work. We'll see. We'll see. Especially if the puzzle pack is stored on the server and has itself a short URL for the whole pack. And the idea is that you should be able to link to a pack just the same as you link to a puzzle itself, to an individual puzzle. It should be the same mechanism. All right. So let's see where this happens. So load puzzle, fetch puzzle. So that's the entry point. Load puzzle, and then we end up fetch puzzle. So fetch puzzle is where it says like, hey, take this information, get me the puzzle, right? So I'm just gonna put a console warn in here. Puzzle loader dot fetch puzzle. Actually, yeah, puzzle loader should really be a class in the future. And maybe puzzle ID. Now, I don't know how I'm going to handle this. I could try not to modify the code too much and just kind of monkey patch it. But I could also potentially install handlers, format handlers, right? But right now, there's no real separation by format. And a format handler would have to also, in addition, modify the way we're kind of extracting formats, right? So let's have a quick look at all the functions that currently modify formats. So we have the format prefix is used in get puzzle format to strip puzzle format, right? So if I wanted to register formats, it would be nice to just have a list of formats and then maybe have format aliases or format regular expressions or anything like that. Because here we also have kind of quote unquote normalizations. So we could do this in a different way. So we can say something like const puzzle formats, right? And we'll just make it an array, and each format has the prefix, right? But then it also has aliases. Or maybe alternatively, prefix and or a regular expression. So we can maybe support both cases, right? So let's see if I can support all of the existing ones. So we have SCL, we have, and CTC is an alias for SCL, so we're going to leave that out. We're going to have fpuz, we have SCF, and then we can either have aliases. So alias probably should either be an array or a regular expression. And a regular expression is obviously more, what's the word? More thorough, let's say, right? And then it also occurs to me that I probably need a bunch of test URLs that I can quickly and easily test this stuff with. So let's say alias, here we'll do, we'll just have a regular expression, and the regular expression is SCL, like we're starting with SCL or CTC. That's our alias, basically. And the question is, do I need to do all this stuff? Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. So, alias for fpuz is obviously fpuz with puzzles excluded, like that, or optionally attached. And then each one should be normalized to the prefix, right? And SCF is just SCF. Right, there's no alias, so we should just be able to exclude that. And I wonder if I should also, like, if I should not have to also include that in. No, I think this is fine. So then the second step is to take these existing functions and basically create versions of them that kind of report what's happening. Right? So we'll take something like this. We'll do get puzzle format. We're gonna do this. And then here, well, we're just gonna do that. We'll leave the old code in place. And then we'll just say get puzzle format ID. I'll just do that. Right? And if I refresh that, and we probably want to start with a an actual existing puzzle. We have a tiny test puzzle here. Let's go here. right? So this is a bit of a legacy URL. Right. So we have get puzzle format gets executed twice. Now, the question is, can we assemble this into into a singular regular expression, or should we do that? Or is it fast enough to just cycle through them? It's probably fast enough to cycle through them because decoding and decompressing these is a little bit time consuming anyways, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go for the through the puzzle format. So for const pf of puzzle formats, we'll do that, and then we'll do console.log pf.prefix pf.puzzle id.match pf.alias. Now, instead of the alias, we kind of need to have a function basically that takes one of these and generates an alias for us, right? So I would like to try both. I would like to also support an array. So if we have something like this, fpuzz, fpuzzles, or ideally even without the original in it, right? So we actually want to go through these, and we're just gonna output the rest of pf here, and then we'll have a little function that just gets us that's make format alias, right? Const make format alias equals puzzle format, and we'll probably kind of just destructure this here. Prefix alias, something like that, and then we'll do this. See what we get. I mean, right now we get nothing, right? So, and we probably want to output a singular regular expression. And we'll probably pre-process that. So, you know what? We might as well do that here. So we'll do that for each. You know what? We'll just do this. We'll do this, and then we don't need to execute that separately. And we can then say something like console.log alias prefix alias. Now, if I assign something to alias here, does that assign it to the parent? I don't know. So let's do that here. I'll put these here. And if I just say alias equals alias, we have one without an alias. The question is, will that get an alias after we do that? No. All right. So I guess we'll have to actually pass in pf in here. Like this. Right? And then we can do, yeah. And we can do, yeah. Just do this for now. And then we can do this, pf.alias equals alias. And I think this doesn't need to be capitalized. Yeah, so now they all have the word alias in here. So now we have a couple of options, right? So if alias equals undefined, then, and it's not alias, it's it's re alias. I'm gonna add a new value here. So this is gonna be a new regexp, and it's going to be basically just start with the prefix. Basically. And I don't know if I should do that, but it might actually make things a little easier. And that's not the right character. All right. So does that get us a RE alias starting with SCF? Yes, it does. All right. And we'll do if alias, if array dot is array alias. Then we'll do that, and we'll say alias dot, and we'll just do, well, something kind of similar actually. Also start with, but now something like that. Dot join pipe, and like that. Except we don't want to capture this one. We want to capture what's after it. All right, I'm gonna just throw that in just because I think it'll make our life easier, but it's probably not required. It's just other formats. SCL and SCF. Yeah, SCL is basically the original format, same as CTC. And SCF stands for Sudoku Compact Format. It's just like a format I use internally to encode puzzles in a very short amount. Like an example for an SCF puzzle is something like this. So this encodes this puzzle. So it has the digits encoded and an X for being an X Sudoku, right? It can also encode some other bits of information. And it's something I want to develop and slowly add things to it, but always make sure the puzzle is never larger than, I don't know, 40, 50 bytes. Super, super compact. It won't be for all puzzles, but for like large collections or basic puzzles and things like that, you know. And the nice thing about SCF is that a blank SCF is actually a blank puzzle. It's still a valid puzzle. So if you ever want a blank grid, just type in SCF as the puzzle ID. All right. What's next? What's next? So if it's an array, we're going to join these together. And fpuz is just fpuzzles. So now the question is, do I want to bring in the prefix? And if I do I want to clean up the array in case the alias was missing? So probably what I want to do then is something like create an array from a new set from an array that has the prefix in it and has the aliases in it. And that gets joined with a pipe. And that should automatically bring fpuz in here. And it'll look like that. And that should also work. Right. And then finally, if alias is a regular expression already, and I think, can we just instance of? Script instance of regexp. Because it's an object. No, that doesn't work at all. Because it's just... Yeah. Yeah. All right. So if alias instance of regexp, then it's the easiest. We'll just directly assign and we just use it as is. And we don't worry about adding anything else. Actually, does this not also work for this case? If I destructure undefined, I'm just thinking, do we not only have two cases? Either this, because even if it's a string, because now I'm wondering, okay, what if, let's say, format 2, and then alias will just have a singular string, fmt5, for example. And I'm just thinking, can I combine these two? I probably shouldn't be thinking that stuff already. So instead of these two, I don't care if it's an array. I'm just saying, hey, if it's not a regular expression, we'll do all of this. The only difference is we'll instantiate that to an array if it's undefined. So it should work for the first two cases. Alias or empty array. Alias or empty array. Problem is, if alias itself isn't an array, if I do undefined, the problem is I think this will get turned to a string. If I do this, dot join, I think that'll stringify that. No, it doesn't. Okay, so what if we do array dot is array alias, then alias else array alias. So even if alias is undefined, that might still work, right? And we're still bringing in the prefix, right? So let's see. So first case, the alias is a regular expression. It's still doing that. That means, and that's probably broken. So what do we do with this? Type of alias, instance of regexp. Does that come really back as false? Object, true. Oh, wait, else if. No, wait, not else if. What am I doing? That's not supposed to do anything. Else. There we go. So now, this is just what we put in. Now this is an array, but it's missing the original prefix, but it includes it here. Now you can still not include it by specifying the regular expression itself. In this case, it's joining them together, so that's working. And then the final one, which is missing anything, it's just, but it is ending it with an empty string. Wait. Dot alias or just alias. If I have an array with undefined, if alias, then do these things. Otherwise, return an empty array. That might do it, right? Ooh, if alias, then do all of this, else return an empty array. In which case, we get this. Yeah, so that's clear as mud, right? Okay. And I guess we can... I'm tempted to... If I do this, and if I do this, then we either have that, or we have that. Right? Puzzle or not defined. No semicolon there. Boom. All right. That makes sure if prefix is included. So for example, here, if I do this, it won't include it twice, even though that actually doesn't affect the regular expression, really. Okay. All right. Okay, not exactly a one-liner, but good enough, good enough. So now I can go back to here and just change this to realias, right? And it'll do something. And I'm wondering if I should just have it collect both the puzzle and the prefix separately. Because why not, right? So if I do this, and I go up here and I look at these, so it grabs the first, the second, first, second, first, second. And it also gives us the kind of possibility to do all sorts of weird stuff in a custom fashion, right? And now we've got prefix, alias, realias, null. Prefix, alias, realias, da da da. One F puzzles. Now that's one of the issues, is that in this case, it doesn't, it has to sort them basically by length. Either that, or we have like a greedy kind of match sort of thing. I also want to do a little helper function to sort these out. So I think I'm going to do a function, right? And I'm just going to call it const create realias. And it just takes a prefix and an alias and does all this other stuff. And we'll just take it like that. And it's basically this thing here. Right? And then we're gonna sort these. All right. So we don't actually need this. This is basically a one-liner. And we want to take this final array here and then sort it by A, B, A dot length minus B dot length. And if I do this, and then we're gonna do that, F, boom. We don't actually need to destructure it. And just do that and that. And if I do this, what is it gonna look like? We probably need to sort in the other direction. B minus A. That should get us the large ones first. Yeah, and now if we go to F puzzles, it should match this first and get us the right format. Okay. All right. So here we can now go slice 1, 2. That should get us the format. Yeah. Something like that, right? F puzzles, nothing. And if we go to item 3, we should get F puzzles and the data. Here we get nothing, F puzzles and data, right? And if we go to here, well, we get nothing. But if we add pack, that should just work now. All right. Not sure if that it's probably less performant than this, but you know, this is not a function that's going to be run a million gajillion times. So get puzzle format should really be if I just want the format itself, I should be able to just grab element 1, right? And if there's no element 1, it should just return undefined. Undefined, yeah. Now I think prior here, it would return a blank string. The other thing is, oh wait, no, we don't want to actually, we want to return the prefix in this case. And I'm wondering if I want to call prefix or like name or something. So we don't actually want this. We want to do a test. Right. So we want to do dot test puzzle ID. So we just want to have a true false on the puzzle ID. False, 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 true. And then we'll do ef.prefix or empty string. Okay. And if I do this, can I do this? Prefix, alias. Don't know if I can do that. No. All right. Never mind. All right. So we'll just do if this, return if.prefix, basically. And then else, return empty string. Not nothing, just empty string. So this should be normal operation now, and we should still get fpuz back as our format. All right. And if I do this, if I normalize it here, it'll go to fpuz, yeah. Because I think that relies on this function as well. We can basically do this. I mean, there's probably a single liner with array any, array sum or any. I can use find or sum. Some method of array says test with at least one of them passes the test interpretation. Returns true if in the array it finds an element for which the provided function returns true, otherwise it returns false. So we kind of want find, really. We want puzzle formats dot find, and then we'll have our prefix alias, and we basically want to find the one that passes this test and then get its prefix. The problem is if we don't get one that passes the test, then the prefix thingamajig will fail. So we'll have to default it to an empty string. So if I do the find like this, like that. So it gets us the whole object. What else do we have besides? We have sum with. Huh? With what exactly what? With index. The with method of array instances is the copying version of using the bracket notation to change the value of a given index. Okay, that's one I'm not familiar with even. Sum. Find. Every. At. This takes an integer value and returns the element at that index. I don't know if positive or negative integers. Negative integer count back from the last item to the array. Okay. Oh, interesting. Copy with. Okay, no. None of these are what we're interested in right now. Find index. All right, I guess it's this. So if we do this, which will give us potentially an undefined. So if we'll do this, or an empty object dot prefix or an empty string. And then if we do JSON.stringify, we can confirm that we're getting the data type we need. If it's finding it. If it doesn't find it, XXX. We'll get an empty string, exactly. All right, that's probably not a prefix I should be testing with. So I think we can just return that then. That works fine. Our one-liner here. And bada-bing, bada-boom. Bada-bing, bada-boom. Seems to work. And then replace puzzle format or strip puzzle format. Should be the same. I'm wondering if I could do a joint regular expression that simply returns if it's a valid puzzle that's a little bit faster and do that check first. I don't know. Probably not worth doing. All right. So let's do our setup here. We'll do that. And then we kind of want to do basically the same thing. We want to find it, but then instead of returning the prefix... No, instead of... Okay, what we want to do is... We're going to do the find. So we still want to find the thing, but instead of testing... The problem is it doesn't return... What if we... Maybe sum is actually... The problem is sum returns true or false. It doesn't get us the thing that is being matched. Basically, I want something that basically is a combination of find and map, right? Because like this, I'll basically have to find it first, and then I'll have to do something else afterwards. What am I doing wrong here? Puzzle ID, test, find, log. I put an L instead of a semicolon. Of course I did. Alright, let me just double check I'm not missing any chats elsewhere. Alright, so... So this gets us the prefix, after which we still have to apply the thing again. So we'd have to do this dot realias. The problem is if it doesn't match, it's not obvious what to do else. While this one always just works, right? Yeah, it's probably... I'm trying to force it into these one-liners, but in reality, if I just do a loop, it's much easier because I can actually do a match. And then just exit out when we find it, right? So, for const pf of puzzle formats. We'll just do pf.realias puzzle ID dot match, and I got this backwards. And then the only little complication is that we actually have to track the match, right? So if let m equal console.log match. I just want to see which side of the if we can't do a let inside the if. Come on. All right. So we do that. What we get? Match. Now, if we have a match, we can do a return 0, 1, M2. And that was the wrong key. And that should just return the stripped text. Where immediately the whole... Oh, not N, M. Where immediately everything breaks. Okay, now if we don't have a match... PPAC. Not found. So if we don't have a match... What does this normally do if we don't have a match? Let's see. What is the expected outcome? The expected outcome is... strip. So it's not even trying. That's interesting. So before it does format analysis, it's trying to kind of grab this. All right, you know what we can do is we can get like one of these format URLs, and they should come back as, yeah, strip puzzle format. So strip puzzle format doesn't even get used yet because it knows there's no puzzle format to be stripped. All right, we're gonna test it ourselves. Strip puzzle format ABC 1 2 3. Now, what will it return? ABC 1 2 3. And if we have the old versions here, I just want to make sure the outcome is the same. If I do this and do it for 2. Two and 2. And boom. Yeah, so we just wanted to pass through unmodified. I'll just do that. I like this. Yeah. All right, and now we have an architecture that's a little bit more extensible because now we can modify the list of puzzle formats. And ultimately, I also want to include handlers and things like that. So, you know, let's get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Let's do this one. So that should still work. And RE format prefix, I don't think is used anywhere else. Nope. So for now, I'm just going to comment these 3 out. Can I... Could I just map these? If I do this, map PF, and I'll do object.assign PF RE alias, and then just do that. Does that make more sense? Maybe I'm overthinking some things. Yeah, actually, no, we don't want to do this, right? Because we want to be able to extend this puzzle formats list down the line. So we kind of have to have this process be separate. Yeah, I'm gonna have this separate like this. That's fine. And then we're gonna have functions for adding formats to this. Format handlers. Is it still outputting logging data? Fetch puzzle. Okay, yeah. All right. So now the other point is, we have this weird custom handler stuff here. Is remote puzzle ID? Because basically what we really want now is update cache. So this is this. This is this. Fetch with timeout. We're not actually doing format stuff here. Now the problem is this remote puzzle ID function, I think, relies on the format right now. We'll see if that's gonna bite us in the butt down the line. The other thing is I have to also be careful that puzzle IDs can never have any of these format prefixes in there, or they won't be loaded properly. Yeah. All right. I'll worry about that in the future when it's going to be more painful to fix, just to make it worthwhile. So where are these functions getting called from? Let's check that out. If I do this again, like this, excuse me. All right. Let's see. Where were we? I'm gonna return that. Warn. So I want to see where exactly we first start dealing with formats. Because that's where we're gonna have to start injecting our format parsing. So it's okay. So it's load puzzle. Unfortunately, it might be all over the place. To be honest, parse puzzle data. Parse. Interesting that this happens twice here. So I'm probably checking where I don't need to check properly. So let's see. Load puzzle line 5304. 5304. So we're checking the format. Oh, and then we're checking. I think we don't actually need to do it twice here. I think we can do the fetch puzzle blindly. And I think the fetch puzzle has this check in it. So we don't even need to do this here. And we don't have to call that twice. So we can just do that and that. We can get rid of that. And we get, you know, less noise. And we still have a couple other ones. Is remote puzzle ID is remote fetch load get puzzle load puzzle loader load puzzle 5305. All right. I'm wondering if is remote puzzle here shouldn't be using this. Maybe we should have a function. Either we make this native and it just directly looks at the scanners and just checks, hey, do we not find a match here? Or we have a separate function and just, because is remote puzzle ID really translates to is known puzzle, right? This is a format that we know, because if not, then we'll try to fetch it remotely. And now I'm also kind of, I think I want to do the loop here as well. The singular function thing, it's not doing it for me somehow. Right. So, so if ef.realias.test puzzle ID, if it's test2, return ef.prefix. Boom. We don't even care what it says in the puzzle. We're just returning what there is in our thing. Return nada. And then is remote puzzle. We kind of want to do the same thing, right? So we have get puzzle, we have strip puzzle, and we'll do a warn. And I use warn to get the stack traces, basically. That's the only reason. So if we have this, then we want to return false. and then or we return true. Like that. It's a little bit more verbose, but I think it might be in the long run more useful. All right, so get puzzle format still gets called twice. So it gets called from load puzzle. So that's the one we were already looking at. And it gets called again from parse puzzle data, which is kind of to be expected. So let's have a quick look. Parse puzzle data. Get puzzle format, do compress puzzle. Yeah, so we kind of need to do that here. And last time quite often I need to get the port format and then strip it. So I think we kind of we want to basically have a splitter here, right? Decompress puzzle ID. Yeah, you see this one does its own stripping here. Decompress puzzle ID. Strip puzzle format. But we don't actually care about what the puzzle format is. So we have get puzzle format, strip puzzle format, and then we should have split puzzle format. And it basically does the same thing. So we'll kind of do what we're doing here. Strip. No, actually we're gonna do what we're doing here. Split puzzle format. And then here we're gonna return an array, right? So we'll just do an array with m. And we'll just do m.slice13. Else we'll return. Otherwise we'll return something like this. Right. I think that which makes sense. So for example, we have parse puzzle data here. And we're gonna try split puzzle format puzzle ID. And it should get us a 2-element array with the format and the remaining puzzle data in it. Split puzzle format, parse puzzle data, fpuz. Except it's giving us the long, because it's giving us the match. Yeah, so we don't actually want that. We want pf.prefix and m2. Good that I checked. Yeah. All right. And then I'm gonna slowly move anything where that makes sense to using that. Don't know exactly. Does this return undefined? Yeah, this should never return undefined. It should always return anyway. All right. So we're getting one get puzzle format. No, the split puzzle format. Let's remove that for a sec and see where we are at. So we have 1, 2, 3. Handle update. Puzzle loader. Feature fpuz handle update. Feature fpuz handle update. What exactly does this do? Handle update. Get puzzle ID. Puzzle. Get puzzle format. If this puzzle format. Get puzzle format. If is fpuz. Okay. All right, that's fair enough. I mean, I'm expecting this function to get called a couple of places, right? All right, but we now know that the parsing happens through the parser, or this function parse yada yada yada, right? So that is now where we can potentially hook in the format parser stuff, right? So each of these formats should have their own parsers. And we should basically just have these up here, ultimately. So we should have something like const parse puzzle SCL puzzle ID, right? And it's not async, but it probably needs to be async. It probably should be async. Because the way I see it, that puzzle packs in the future might require remote calls to parse them. I'm gonna change that to wait here, but that might not be possible because it might have other dependencies. So let's make these async. And then here we're gonna have parse puzzle SCL, and it basically does nothing. Don't actually care about the format. So it just does decompress and then save JSON unzip and then returns it. So it basically just does these two things. Yeah, all right. And then we have fpuz. And fpuz does basically the same thing as this, because it starts with these. So it decompresses and then save unzips, but after the decompressing, it parses, and then it does the save JSON unzip. All right. And then finally, SCF. It doesn't do that, doesn't do that. It does the decompress, and then it does puzzle tools decode after the decompress. So here, it's really just a set of nested operations here, and then save JSON unzip at the end. All right. So let's stick these in here. And let's stick this one in here. Now, one thing I had working now is that an unknown puzzle would still get passed through the rest of the stuff. So I'm curious how I'm gonna handle that. But let's have a look. Puzzle ID. Now, now that I'm saying that, get puzzle format, I almost want a function that basically just returns the PF itself. So get puzzle format identifier? No, get puzzle format info. And it's basically just this. Return pf.prefix. And otherwise, it'll just basically return nothing, right? So we can do get puzzle format. Const pf equals get puzzle format puzzle ID. Just do that. If pf return pf and pf.prefix or empty string. Right? And then we can do the same thing here. And yes, we have an extra test and match. We're running the tests and then we're doing a match to get the details, but I think it'll be all right. So then we can do if pf yeah, I think I like that. If pf will do return pf.prefix, and then as the fallback we have return nothing. Then here if pf return puzzle ID.match yada yada yada, and we know at this point we're guaranteed a match, right? And else we return puzzle ID. And then finally, if pf return these things, return this and this. And otherwise we'll return that. And then That's for split. And then is remote puzzle. We kind of do this. And then we'll do if pf return. If, yeah, false on the remote. Return false, else return true. Okay. And then up here, get puzzle form info. We're using that in each of these. Now we can use that. Unwind, unwind, unwind. Here. So we can do get puzzle format info. Const pf equals puzzle ID. Console.log. Console.log. pf. And the idea is now we can use this pf to parse. And then here we'll do puzzle, parse puzzle unknown. And it's the same as SCL basically. For now. Because SCL was a no op here. Okay. Now, it doesn't work anymore. So far, we haven't actually implemented this stuff yet. So where is it breaking? Get puzzle format, strip puzzle format. Get puzzle format, strip puzzle format. Decompress puzzle ID. Decompress puzzle ID. All right, now I gotta figure out where it's not doing the same thing as it used to do. Puzzle, puzzle. That looks all fine, and we're looking at an F puzzle. So eventually, we're gonna get to here, and this looks like a perfectly normal F puzzles puzzle. All right, so where are we ultimately failing? Unless I typed in something at the top. Yeah, this usually happens if the data doesn't get parsed correctly, which is obviously the thing we're messing with right now. Word puzzle. The thing is, at this stage, I don't think we're doing anything differently. Like, this is just the puzzle data, and it looks like it's, you know, if it has parsed to this stage, it's unlikely to have a problem after this. I mean, this is just a JSON object now, right? Well, let's have a look at convert puzzle then. Convert. I mean, it's probably a little annoying, small, silly thing, but yeah, we still gotta fix those. All right, so we are starting at 3614. That's not this. 3614. Convert puzzle feature. Puzzle features. Wait, convert puzzle. Cannot read properties of reading length. Get min-max from regions. If I take this and open it online, which presumably still works, and look. Oh, no. Framework.app.source puzzle. Regions. No, they look the same here as I believe they look here. So it's because I'm getting the error in the regions parsing process. Maybe I'll get it down here. Convert puzzle 3585 3585 3585. Convert puzzle 3583. This one. Create puzzle. Rose calls. All right. Create puzzle 1996. 1996. So create puzzle. What does that look like? Negative affinity. Well, that's not correct. negative infinity. G3583. All right, so rows calls here aren't good. What does our data look like at this point? Puzzle, puzzle, puzzle. The await from earlier. Damn it. All right. Parse puzzle data. Where is that being called from? Parse puzzle data is getting called up here. 5308. 530. No, 5308. 08. Yeah. That's gotta be an await. And any other parse puzzle data here have to be awaits. They will all break without the await. And I might as well... Oh, you see? We're already awaiting them elsewhere. Why did I not await them? So weird. I assumed it was an awaiting an async function, but somehow it wasn't. Bizarre. All right. That also means we messed around a little bit, and we got to clean that up quickly. So go to 1991. Ta-da, and 3582. Don't need that. And 5300. What do we do here? We added the await. And we got rid of the format. Which we're not even looking at, so we don't need that anymore. Puzzle ID, fetch puzzle. CTC puzzle. Parse puzzle data. Okay. Don't need that. Good enough. Oh, I'm pressing F5 on GitHub. That's not doing anything. All right. So we're back in business. Now, the next step is to actually switch over to our new custom parse functions. So do. All right. One of the problems is if we don't have a parse function, right? So if not pf or not type of pf dot parse, if or type of pf dot parse is not equal to function, and then we're going to return parse puzzle unknown puzzle ID. And the coloring of return means I'm missing a brace over here. And I think I want to output this as well to see what the value of that is if it doesn't immediately break. Okay. What did I test? I did this one. PF is remote, yada yada. What about my test for this? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, because that just goes into the endless thing and then eventually just fails. All right. So we actually never have a situation where that isn't being found. But we can do it manually, right? We can do await, parse puzzle data, ABC 123, puzzle loader dot. ABC is not valid JSON. All right. So PF undefined. This becomes true. Not PF or this becomes true. And then we get an array at safe JSON unzip is not valid JSON. Not very safe if it doesn't. But that's our try catch, right? This is what we would have always gotten here. So parse puzzle unknown doesn't actually work. It works in some cases. All right. My brain is catching up. Okay. So then we basically don't do any of this. And we'll just do pf dot. We'll do return pf dot parse puzzle ID. Yeah, I don't think we need puzzle anymore here. And it just works, right? And then we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. Don't need any of that. We do need the error handling. And we could... Do we want to do a fall through if there's an error? If there's an error, do we want to just return the original puzzle ID unparsed? Yeah, I guess so. It makes more sense than some partially parsed, broken intermediary thing, right? I think what it was doing prior, it was still doing the decompress, for example. Yeah, but it doesn't make sense if it fails. Like, I don't wanna. Although, wait, did it? I'm just trying to think. Did it do a partial thing? Because it did that first. It would fail on this one. But it would still do a decompress if it was compressed data, for example. Yeah, maybe I want to keep that. So we'll probably want to do something like let puzzle equals puzzle ID. The thing is, this will just... It won't return the value. No, doesn't make sense. We'll leave it like that for now. All right. All right, so that works. And does it work for the remote? Oh, well, it won't tell us anything. And it works for here. Now, these puzzle outputs, we need to get rid of them. They're just gonna clog up our console. I'll get rid of this. But I think now we have the infrastructure to inject parsers. And I think I actually want to set up these other parsers the same way. So we really just want to have something like const add puzzle format. Pf. Right? And then we'll just do puzzle if do we care if it already exists? I think so. I think we care, and we're identifying them by prefix. So I'm wondering if this should be keys in an object here. Each prefix, each format prefix can only exist once. But then to loop through them, we always have to do some weird stuff, which is going to be annoying. So I think we'll do it like that. Let idx equals puzzle formats dot find index prefix, and we'll just search for the prefix. Then if idx not equal to -1, we'll do puzzle formats dot splice idx 1, and that should get rid of it. And we'll just output these here quickly as a sort of double check before and after, and then we'll do a third one. This is going to be 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll just push F. And we'll probably want to clone it, right? So we'll do object object.assign. One moment. Hey Shelby, how are you doing? Greta's going to a party. Housewarming party of her cousin. Alright, so we want to do this, and then we'll want to add alias. Here. We want to do that. And then we want to do that. Right. And now I want to see if this works. So if I do add puzzle formats, and I'm just going to take this and just boom, do that. What does that look like? Everything breaks. Of course, of course. Of course. Why didn't I see that coming? 72. Push. We need a extra brace right here. Yeah, today I'm finally looking into puzzle formats, but it seems like I need to do some underlying infrastructure, and maybe I got a bit sidetracked and I should have been focusing on a quick prototype instead of the real deal. But yeah, this seems to work, and we've got our RE alias and the parse function. What do we just add in? So, what did I add in? SCL, right? Yeah, and SCL is back the way it should be. Right, so instead of doing these three now, I guess I can do this 3 times, like that. And then I can get rid of that weird function. Or better even, you know what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna do this. Dot for each, add puzzle format. Boom. I'm just gonna do that. We don't need that. It's still an array, right? Maybe this is not the right... Ooh. Maybe this is not the right place to do it. We'll find a better place somewhere, some other time. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Puzzle formats is empty now. And we basically have that. And we probably... I don't know. I don't know if I want to... I don't really want to execute that here, you know what I mean? It should it be in a function down here? We'll just init puzzle formats. And we'll just have it here. Something like that. Now, I don't think I have a lot of... I do have a lot of spammy these guys in here still. Strip these out again. Out with you and out with you. And that's it, right? And I think as long as I use parse puzzle data, it should work with these new puzzle functions. So let us look at this piece. So we also want to have add puzzle format here. We want to have split puzzle format, get strip and split, and then is remote puzzle ID. And I think that should be backwards compatible, but it should now enable us to add, and now we're getting to it, finally. So we should be able to go here, do an add puzzle format from puzzle loader dot add puzzle format, right? And we're just going to call it pack for now. No aliases. And then we'll just have something like c.parse puzzle pack equals async function puzzle ID console.warn parse puzzle pack puzzle ID. All right. And everything else should already function with this. All right. And we had a... Do we have something here? Pack user 1. If I just do something like this, what happens? Invalid valid. So I think wait a second. This still blows up on something. Parse pass data. Oh yeah, okay, because it then continues into a puzzle. So I gotta fake a puzzle pack now. And I guess we might as well start looking at one of these that I was gonna use as a little demo here. So let's say we have this puzzle pack, and it has this kind of puzzle in it, right? And if I do something like this, right, we'll open the puzzle. We normalize the ID, we take it localhost, we create a short URL, boom. All right. And we're gonna have to create a puzzle pack here quickly. So, I'm just gonna make it a JSON object, something like this. Let demo pack equals puzzles. Make an array of puzzles, right? And we're just gonna do something like puzzle. Something like that. And then we're going to turn it into a pack, and I'm just going to make something up. We're going to do stringify it, demo pack, and we're going to compress it just to make it look the part, right? Let pack data equals, and then we'll compress it using load fp.compress puzzle. And then we're just going to add our pack prefix, pack prefix. And then if I do console.log pack data, that should come out here. And then missed a letter here somehow. So we have this pack data. And if I put that in here, boom, we now come to here, and now we can do something with it. So we'll do we'll do puzzle loader dot strip puzzle format puzzle ID, and I could almost even set these up so that always just happens, that the format is pre-stripped, right? And I think we're gonna do something like this, and then we'll do a const right, and a don't know if I need that yet, actually. No, we'll need it. We'll need it. Wait. So, what do we do for decompression in these other ones here? So we actually want to move these. We're gonna make this one for the unknown parser here. Add puzzle format. Put that here. And then these we'll put down there. Like that. And then I think decompress puzzle ID we can just grab out of here as well. So strip puzzle format, decompress puzzle ID. That's our pack data, right? And then, so we'll do let pack equals json.parse this. Pack. Pack. And now we'll go let puzzle 1 let puzzle first equals pack dot puzzles 0 dot puzzle. And if I treat it like a YouTube playlist that always a puzzle needs to be loaded, then maybe the URL needs to include some sort of idea of which is the current puzzle and things like that. Otherwise, it'll always load the first puzzle. You know, that kind of thing. We'll do this. And now I should, out of the parser, return this puzzle. So now I really want to do, basically I want to do await fetch puzzle, because parse doesn't fetch, right? So if I got fetch puzzle here, puzzle first, boom, fetch puzzle. And then, so that puzzle, puzzle first. Well, we'll then do parse puzzle data. Fetch puzzle, parse puzzle data. Wait. Now that, in theory, allows for nested puzzles. Nested puzzle data. Like puzzle packs inside puzzle packs. That's what I'm trying to say. Which might not be a good thing. We'll deal with that when we get to it. Dog Toby's on the couch. And that gets us that. So if we return this now, do we get an honest to goodness puzzle out of this? We do. We do. Isn't that nice? Okay. If I get the second one here, also normalize. Open on localhost. Create short URL. Copy that. Add that into our puzzle pack here. Like that, right? So then the other thing we kind of want to do is, we probably want to load all of these puzzles kind of in the background to be able to provide titles and so on. We might want to include titles in the puzzle pack as well. Something like that, right? So ideally, I should be able to take a list of puzzles and parse them, like have a group parser of some sort, right? To prepare the puzzle pack itself as well. And I'll probably want to have a bunch of helper functions here to allow this to happen. So what if I do something like puzzle pack? And I'll do something like create puzzle pack equals async function ops, boom, something like that. Don't know why I put an arrow there. Log ops, right. Sure, if I now do something like console.log this dot create puzzle pack demo pack. So I want to take this basically and make it more useful. We're gonna do await here and async here. I don't think there's any reason why this shouldn't be async. So pack, create puzzle pack, puzzles. Okay, so what I'm going to do here now is we're going to loop through the puzzles. So we'll do let pack equals a new blank object, right? And then we're gonna return this basically. Like that. Woo. Pack. And console.log pack. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna so we're gonna do for const puzzle or p of ops.puzzles, right? And we'll do what we did up here, basically. P.puzzle let puzzle equal log, and we're just gonna look at these puzzles because this should give us all the data we need for like putting titles and metadata and all this sort of thing in there. Now the thing is, this is fpuz data, and I don't think... Is it fpuz data? Or is this parsed? Wait a second. So the metadata parsing, we're doing that a couple of places. So for example, when I'm creating short IDs, I am doing metadata parsing somewhere to create, to pull out the... No, I'm not pulling out the name and the title and author and so on here. I might be doing it on my little thingy-magic here, my little bookmarklet, right? So here we are doing this author, title, framework, current puzzle, metadata. So that assumes this metadata has already... Okay, so that only works for the current puzzle. But I'm doing it somewhere else where I'm actually parsing the metadata. Maybe for endless puzzles? You would think so, right? Parse puzzle data. Puzzle data, find meta. Puzzle metadata. Puzzle.metadata. Metadata. So this is all assuming the metadata has already been parsed. So I think we have to figure out how to parse our metadata. Where do we parse our metadata? Metadata. Puzzle info. Extract puzzle meta. This is on app or on puzzle? It's on app. It's a little odd, but let's see. If I do this, app.puzzle metadata. What do we get? Create puzzle pack. Puzzle ID, parse puzzle. Wait. Create puzzle pack. That's here. Parse puzzle pack. Pack ID. Yada yada yada. Fetch puzzle already exists. Fine. Gotta figure out why that's because it's nested now. Ooh. Bad things, evil things are happening here. Metadata. We are getting metadata though. Okay. All right. So puzzles. Boom. Const puzzle info equals puzzle p.puzzle. Then we can do get the metadata. Right. And it'll take a little bit. It'll have a couple of puzzles. It might have to fetch them remotely and parse them and all that stuff, but that's fine. That's fine. And obviously this only needs to be done when a puzzle pack... Well, when a puzzle pack gets loaded, it may need to be done, but maybe things get cached and all that sort of thing, right? So, metadata. If metadata.author equals like that. Same for title. Solution? I don't think we care about that at this point. Rules? Maybe. Maybe. Or is that too much? We'll see. We'll see. But now this is more like a proof of concept. We can always add additional things, right? And then we want to update. We want to output that. And at the end, we want to do pack.puzzles.push puzzle info. Right? Puzzle info pack data. Right. Now, if we load this pack data back in here, and it's growing, of course it's growing. What do we get? What do we get? So it kind of looks like this now. So let's get rid of this noise for now. Create puzzle pack. Create puzzle pack. So if I do this, like that, and that, then demo pack is all we need, right? And if I take this and stick it up there, just like that, all right, it'll load. And it'll grab the first puzzle. So the idea now is that you should be able to navigate amongst the puzzles. Now, I might have to do this via the URL. I don't know. Because right now it's just blindly loading the first puzzle, right? And we might want to actually parse all the puzzles in the background. But here we got the pack. And we got some information here. So, I mean, do I want to just do this as well? So we want to do for p of pack.puzzles. We're going to do let puzzles equals, or can we async map? No, we'll just do this, right? We'll do puzzles.push. Well, you know what? Right now, because like I'm doing things for no reason, right? So at this point, we're just gonna output the information. So we're actually gonna do this for let I equals 0, I smaller than pack dot, right? Const. Oop. Puzzles equals pack. Yeah, smaller than puzzles dot length. I plus plus. Boom. And then we'll just do log puzzle I, and then we'll just do puzzles. Or we're just gonna do const puzzle key. No, we're gonna do puzzle title author equals puzzles I. Right? We go title author puzzle. Now the puzzle here will be the unparsed puzzle ID. Right? Killer by chili, yada yada. Rebels, Gurgles, yada yada yada. Alright. So, we have a basic format. Now this format is literally just a list of puzzles, but it is a list of puzzles, right? So the question is, how do we navigate this list? So I think the next important step is the pack reader, right? And the pack format will evolve as we're adding things in, right? The pack maker, that's gonna come afterwards. For now, it's as long as I can just create this with this function, that's fine. And I think I kind of want to run it a little bit like the endless puzzles feature. The problem is the endless puzzles feature is actually quite complex. So it's not like, oh, I'm just gonna do the same thing, right? We probably need to either overhaul the thumbnail stuff or handle it very, very differently. But it being a puzzle, it being a puzzle pack, we kind of want to be able to open a dialogue when you open it up, like a different thing. And that's kind of more hooks and all this stuff. But for now, I think here, if I add, and we don't need this for now. If I add, ooh, and I think I want to actually keep a copy of this. Like that. I'm going to add a few handlers here. So we want to have app and app puzzle from framework. And we want to basically listen in on puzzle load events and things like that. So, and I don't recall right now what those events are specifically. Yeah, it's probably these two. I don't know which one we actually care about here. I'm just gonna do this. Console.log. Start. Progress loaded. Progress loaded. That should tell us if any of them fire multiple times. Progress loaded start. So start is the last event, right? Pack UI. E.handle start. And we're just gonna run this for now. And it'll start. So now we've already parsed the puzzle here. So we basically want to, now the thing is, this is a global function, but I'm not scared of handling puzzles globally, right? So I'm not afraid to do something like c.current puzzle pack equals pack, for example, right? My nose is itching. Let's hope it doesn't come back like it did earlier. Oof. It might. So if I put this in here, and we'll probably do something like const pack equals yada yada yada. Yeah, so this is our puzzle pack. And we, at this point, we should just know that we've loaded the first puzzle from the pack. We should just be able to assume that. All right, there's a meeting at SudokuCon. One second. All right. I'm a bit at a loss actually what I want to do here. Do I just want to pop up a dialogue? It feels a bit cheesy, but it's something I can easily do. So if I do something like similar to the endless dialogue, I'm guessing. Problem is the endless dialogue is not simple. It's in fact quite complex. It's Let's do it via dialog at the moment, because I know doing it via dialog is the simplest thing to get this up and running. So we'll do this, and we'll do this. This dot handle show dialog. Don't need that. Don't need that. Show dialog. We don't have any of these things. We're not going to do any of this stuff right now. Does that just pop up a dialog on startup? It kind of does. Puzzle pack. Puzzle pack. Now, we want to put names and titles for the packs themselves, so that's probably definitely something we can add right now. So, Snack Doku Extra Sauce Season 4. Is that the full name? Here, the title is this. I don't know if something like, if this should be the title. I don't know. But if I do something like this, there'll probably be like a label or a name besides the title, that kind of thing, right? If I do this, here we go. Volume 4. Like if I do this, refresh this, and I get new puzzle data, this should now have the data in it. Boom. Right? Except it doesn't, because our pack creator does not forward that information at the moment. So we have puzzles. Yeah. We have puzzles, but the other stuff is important too. If pups.title and a basic pack with basically, I mean, it should have puzzles. I think for now it must have a puzzle in it, but it could literally be a single puzzle with nothing else in it, and it should still function, right? So pack.title equals pups.title. I'll do that. And then grab this, stick it up there, and now we've got a title. Sweet. That in here. You know what? Let's not bother with that. All right, got that. Because the other thing is, do I want to have the puzzles as sort of part of the URL? Probably I'll make like a hash and just like puzzle 1 or that kind of thing, right? Anyway, so let's forget about that. Let's not do that here. Let's do that up here. Boom. And we'll just say something like let title equals pack.title or c.default pack title. Boom. And then this could be puzzle pack. Boom. Something like that. And then we're going to put that here. Like that. Snack Doku Extra Sauce Volume 4. And for now, I'm just going to do something a little bit like this. And we're just gonna do pack.puzzles.map e something like that. So that'll be basically a bunch of diffs, one for each puzzle. And for now, I'm just gonna do something very, very simple. E.title. Kind of, something like that. So if I do this, do I get 2 titles? I do. And I can make them into puzzle. Yeah, so then the question is, how do we load different puzzles? So I would like to do it via the hash. So if I do something like a href equals yada yada, And then here we're going to do something like this. And then here we're just gonna do puzzle IDX. If I do this, these should be links now. If I click that, the URL should change without the hash. Okay, so JavaScript handle hash change. Boom. So we probably need to do this. Window dot hash change. This dot handle hash change. Hash change. Internals. And that's going to be async because we're going to have to do some puzzle loading in here. All right. I think that's probably all we need. Now the question is, will it pre-fire too many times? Okay. Document.location.hash. And I still don't understand why they include the hash symbol in that, but whatever. So let .hash.match hash puzzle 0 through 9 boom plus slash that. If I do this and this and this and this, do I get a puzzle number? 1 0 1 0. Yes, I do. Let puzzle IDX equals. And then we gotta have a thing here that loads a specific puzzle. And the problem is, since this is not bound to this instance, I could bind it to the instance, I guess. Is that a problem? I feel like it shouldn't be bound to the instance. Now that I think about it, it's actually a little bit worse than that, because we don't really have a good way of swapping out which puzzle is currently loaded without kind of reinitializing the engine. I mean, this is maybe an opportunity to actually make that happen, right? Like, how hard could it be? Famous last words. Let's do this. So, let puzzle equals pack dot puzzles puzzle IDX dot puzzle. Oh, puzzle. A lot of puzzle. And if I now do this, it should give us two different puzzle IDs as we press the two different puzzle links here in this listing. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. And probably just gonna quickly stick some style in here. Margin 1 rem 0.25 rem. Just so it doesn't look super horrible. Mostly with the spacing. That style should be in here. Ooh. And I got it the wrong way around. Nope. Nope. I think that's better. All right, different puzzles. Now, to load a puzzle, when a puzzle has already been loaded, have I ever done this? I mean, I am doing it for to pull in the different thumbnails. So I request a thumb. Create thumb. Puzzle data is puzzle loading. So we'll set it to undefined. We clone the puzzle data. That's interesting because it's a huge pain in the butt. Load CTC puzzle. We don't know if it's a load CTC puzzle situation. The puzzle is completed. App puzzle. Let's just see what happens, right? Right? If I do this, and I mean, I can tell you right now, I'm not going to get too much further into this today, because this is going to get very complex very quickly. But if I could get it as basic as like having a list of puzzles that you can select and it just pops them in out of a single URL, I mean, that would be like almost releasable, right? Parse, that's not where this is supposed to go. So, go here, do this. I do this, and then do this, and then load puzzle. Because I don't know if load puzzle comes before or after the puzzle data has been parsed. Ah. So if I do something like this, so we did the fetch and parse anyways, right? We'll do a parse puzzle data, fetch puzzle data, puzzle data.puzzle, kind of something like that. Fetch puzzle, parse puzzle. And then we're basically here. Boom, right? And then we're here. Is cloning... Does that make sense at this point? No, because at this point we're always going to have some sort of weird string that's getting fetched and parsed and all this stuff. So we don't need that clone thing. Now, we kind of just do this. Now the question is, will this trigger other additional stuff? It will trigger the dialogue again, but it does change the puzzle. That's cray. I didn't think this was gonna work. I did not think this was just gonna work. We are gonna do a little flag. This dot dialogue visible equals true, and then we'll do a if visible return, so we don't close the dialogue when we're switching puzzles. It does that. Okay, let's bring in the other puzzles. So we have Kilobyte, Bubbles, Playpen Mayhem. And for now, I'm always gonna make them into nicely normalized short IDs. Copy. Right. I'm just gonna do something like that. That's the third one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's get ahead of ourselves. Alcohols. Need short URLs. Clipboard. I'll just do that. And then the creator tool will be a little bit smarter about it, where you can just paste in whatever and it'll figure it out. But it probably needs to create short URLs anyways. It really doesn't make sense any other way. Normalize, localize, shortenize. Boom. Oh, what I meant to do. The big D. All right. Hey, Glipperol. No, I felt I needed to stream on my own channel for a change. I haven't streamed in my own channel in 3 weeks. And some of my viewers are on Twitch, and it didn't feel particularly fair to them. And it's I'm kind of working on something more general as well. To be honest, I wanted to, and then I kind of forgot. If I'm absolutely entirely honest, I wanted to try, to be honest, if I can keep streaming on my channel and then also stream on the SudokuCon channel. But now it does make sense to go on in halfway through. All right, so if I go back in here and I bring in this new demo pack into the URL like this. Now if I go between arrows like that, now if I refresh, yeah, it doesn't load between arrows. So we probably want to it's interesting actually, because I don't know if this parse puzzle pack gets instantiated down here. If I do this and I click this, yeah, parse puzzle pack doesn't actually get hit. So parse puzzle pack is just my way of hijacking the sort of initial load. Which is strange, because I am calling parse puzzle data. Oh, because it's not pack data. Okay, that would only happen on nested pack data. Okay. All right. So we definitely want to we'll definitely want to take the hash data into consideration. So we probably want to have this as a generic class function as well. C get current puzzle. So if I do this, if I do something like that, get current puzzle, like this, and I do this, and this obviously only works after the pack has been assigned. Or we can just pass the pack in, I guess. Boom, right? And then I'll just do hash dot puzzle. I think this is what I'm doing down here. And if I want to output puzzle IDX here, and puzzle IDX or 0, like that. And then here I want to do get current puzzle. Not puck, pack. Let's do that. Are you still in the meeting, Glibro? Where are we here? Get current puzzle is a promise, obviously. Get current puzzle and current puzzle ID or and if I don't have this hash at the end, it's a bit annoying that it's that far at the end. And of course, if I want to support hashes for the pack itself, I'm almost, nah. I was gonna say to use query strings, but this is really client side, like 100% client side. All right, so if I do this or 0, then I should be able to just do this, right? And we should be able to just do that. And then here, I should be able to just do return this. I don't need any of that. And we can also use this over here. So if I do this, get this, yada, 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 current puzzle. We don't need to do this here. Don't need to do that. We'll do this like that. And we should be able to do this now. So we are now looking at Killer Byte. If I go Playpen Mayhem and I refresh, we're still Playpen Mini Frameless, and I refresh, we're still looking at Mini Frameless. Sweet. It does seem to resize correctly. And we'll start. So hash change doesn't happen. So if I clear this, I just want to see how much stuff happens. We got a handle start, handle hash change, handle start. Does the handle start do anything in this case? No, it doesn't. All right, so the handle start, we don't need to actually show that one. Handle hash change might still be useful. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. It's not that exciting. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Now, that instead of a dialogue, it would be nicer to have that on the side. Yeah, I'm kind of working towards a puzzle pack format. I'm not sure if it's valuable enough for the live stream, but it's definitely the sort of thing I want us to be able to kind of, for example, take all the puzzles from the live stream and publish them as a puzzle pack without having to create a separate website or emailing PDF documents around or anything like that. You know what I mean? All right. I mean, this is already something. Now, obviously, this little box is nothing compared to a beautifully formatted PDF document. But the rest is really just, you know what I mean? It's just garnish, really. That. Create short. Boom. Copy. One more in here. So that's, which one is that? Which one is that? Odd doubler. And we're missing, we've got slingshots on a donut. And I did want to close the PDF. Normalize it. Go local. Shorten it. And copy it. And now we are down. I think we only need one more. Which one was this? Slingshots on a donut. And what else we got? Oh, we got two more. All right. Let's go. One. Boom. And boom. This is one, and the other one is 4x4 between the mines. And I didn't need to do that. Normalize, localize, shortenize. Boom. It's nice to have tools that actually do stuff automatically now. You don't have to do all sorts of manual magic all the time. All right. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Now the question is, can I create a short URL of the pack? Probably not, right? Get current puzzle pack. Boom, boom. All right. Handle show dialog. Don't really need that either. Then if I'm gonna remove all the other stuff. Okay. Now, if I want to create a minified version of the pack, it probably won't work, right? Because reasons. If I do this, it doesn't come through as a valid type, right? So if I go to, and that's probably because the format system on the server doesn't recognize this format. So if I do validate, puzzle validate, get puzzle format, yeah. And that's a bit of a problem because obviously registering puzzle formats on the server isn't as easy. Now, if I just manually add pack here and then try again, what would happen? Let's find out. Ooh. That's all we need. That's all we need. Okay. All right. All right. So that is a super tiny adjustment on the server. I can definitely add these in. So add pack format. So if I do this, we need to publish the server. That's easily enough done. Now on the client side, is this enough? Is this enough? Let me just close everything because there's a bunch of, this loader, what did I change here? I need to remove these. Let's keep it clean. Let's make this a little bit bigger. So we've added this stuff. Change that. I mean, this is going to take a lot of testing because this could easily break so much. I think that should be safe. That's the obvious one, right? And then here, let's close these. Close. Let's get rid of any of the other. So this we don't need. That's just stuff I lazily copied over. Don't need that. That doesn't make any sense. Let's just make sure the dialogue is at least sane. Does it not refresh? Here we go. Close. Auto close, true. Close. All right. That's really all there is to it. This we don't need at the moment. And I don't think there's any... Oh, there is. There's definitely some spam here. Don't know why that's all there. Boom. Don't know why there were so many fetch puzzles, but I might have been just clicking stuff. Console dot okay, I think this is actually good enough as a smoke test, right? So the smoke test is basically, I'm gonna upload it and without it doing much and just, oh, you know what? Before I do that, let's make sure normal puzzles still load. You see what I mean? Okay, all right. It doesn't make sense that this happens when we're not on a puzzle pack. So we need a puzzle pack, otherwise none of this makes any sense. Yeah, it's very easy to just upload something like this, like, hey, it works fine in testing, except you didn't test it without the new stuff. So, if, boom, it'll show dialogue. Now, that's the weird thing, though. Do we always want to show the dialogue? Maybe not. But for now, for testing, I think that it's okay. Yeah. We probably want to show which one is the current one. How would we do that? Framework dot app dot current puzzle or dot puzzle ID, which ironically is completely different from puzzle ID almost everywhere else in the app. So that's also really bad naming by on my side, on my behalf. So if I do this, and I'll just map that to I don't have the IDs. We don't have the IDs. Does it make sense to put the IDs in the pack? It probably does make sense. The other thing we could do is we could have a function that just grabs the current puzzle index. Get hash IDX, right? So if I just do this, don't care about the puzzle pack, and it's really just this thing. And it's really just this thing. Like that. And I'll just do this here. Puzzle IDX, we'll just change that to dot hash. Only one place, right? And then we'll look at puzzle get hash IDX here. And then I think we can do this. And then I can do something like oh my god, this is so clunky. Don't do this at home, kids. But I don't care right now. We'll do IDX equals that. And then we'll do something else. We'll do something else. And then here we'll do background hash. We'll do a something highlight, right? So we'll do something like E9. Does that make sense? E. Quadruple E. It doesn't update. Obviously, it doesn't freaking update. Why would it update? Why would it update? Good question. Good question. Does this happen before or after the puzzle is loaded? I'm overthinking it, but I kind of want it to update. I kind of want it to update. We could potentially use, active in all this. So if I do something like class pack puzzle, then I'll do something like this. Pack puzzle. And then we'll just grab this margin here, put it up there. Makes more sense anyways. And then if I do something like this, active background red. And I think, is it double colon maybe? CSS pseudo class current link. Is there a current link situation? None of these are implemented. It has been removed from selector 4. No idea why, but also pseudo class never gets got much worse. Current. Active link. Current page of CSS. Yeah, I don't think. Does that work? Does that actually work? Does that actually work? If I do this. Yeah, that doesn't. That's not gonna work. We can select it by the hash though. Like we can say hash puzzle 1. So if I do this, I can't do it dynamically though. CS pseudo class select current hash link. Is that a thing? So if I do something like this, cursor target. Target 0 class, is that the thing? Unique element, the target element with an ID matching the URL's fragment. Ooh. Target. I'm guessing I'll have to set IDs. ID matching the current fragment. Is that what they meant? Oh. The question is, it doesn't work on the current on the first one loaded, right? But I can potentially update the hash automatically, basically. So if we do this here, get rid of that. So it won't load in until I select. Display log. We actually want to do something like line height 1.5 rem and padding margin. We actually just want to have left and right, and then the top and the bottom will look like this. We actually then want... No, that's fine. Do I want to update the current hash? I kind of do. The question is, this is going to put us in an infinite loop on the thingamajig here. Well, we know this only happens once at the start. All right. Document.location.hash equals hash puzzle at. No. Puzzle 3, puzzle 4. But it doesn't seem to happen on the initial setting of the hash. That could be just something according to this. The target element with an ID matching the URL's fragment. Problem is, I don't think it updates on... It doesn't seem to update when we call it by JavaScript. So CSS target pseudo does not update if hash changed with JavaScript. That's the sort of search Google is really not very good at. Like target handling, yeah. You would argue push replace should affect to target handling, but given that no browser seems to do that, we should probably just spec the current handling. I think that some best compatible change to push. I agree should have worked as agreed and was ever done it. And all major browser in agreement on it not working, that this is the right course of action. Safe breaking change. From I understand, the only reason to be wary of changing a behavior that every browser agrees on is the danger of breaking web pages. Right? There's nothing intrinsically bad about changing behavior. Web pages that used to work mean a lot, which is bad. However, should mean that fixing this would break a web page. There are only two ways this could happen. The target styles that affect layout that the web page expects to be applied on initial page load, but not when the app just. Okay. Yeah, I don't think. 2. JavaScript on the page, reading a computer style from something that could be selected by a target selector, making a decision based on the computer that is correct on initial page load, but not when the page out. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this seems to be broken by design almost. Yeah, trying to start without adding to what to authors to ask browser to recompute target styles without adding to history and or causing the page to jump. Fix a global page-wide opt-in to minimize pain for web authors like history.read. This was true. Update. Looks like there's a precedence of this kind of thing. History.scroll restoration equals manual. Living standard implemented in both Chrome and Firefox. Interesting. I recall lack. Props have a better name. Target, including if changed by push stages. Oh, God. With well, for carrying the weight of the box into the end of the web. 2016. Oh my God. For fixing this problem, convenient. Push state, go back immediately to get the expected. And ending up here, you can double add to the history with push state and go back immediately to get the expected behavior. Do it again and go back immediately to force target to update. So if we do this, where was I doing this? If we do this, so we're gonna do that. I mean, if this other workaround works, I'm quite okay just having that in there. And let's just do that. Okay, so is that a workaround? But it still doesn't work on the initial load. Which is a bit annoying. Push state hash. Push state hash. Push state hash. So conveniently, do I still need to assign document.location. Oh. Dot hash equals hash. Do I still need to do that? I'm not sure. And guys, I'm asking you to help me out here. Somebody's got to know this stuff, right? So if we're already on this hash, it doesn't seem to work. All right, if I remove the hash altogether, right? We'll do this. It executes hash change. Executes hash change. I don't know if that's even dangerous or not, to be honest. That doesn't seem to. Only side effect I think is that the user forward is no longer disabled, although if they hit it, it won't break anything. It says accept same URL. Yes, it's a little nasty. We should fix it in the spec properly. Oh, thanks. Great workaround. Would be nice if push state target updated target by default. Push state target by default. The outside effect of the forward button means by instead doing. Oh, geez. All right. This is. It's getting slowly worse, I think. If I go here, the end, I want to know what the hash is afterwards. So What are we doing here? Creating a push state. Go back. On pop state. We'll do the. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll restore that. Okay. And then we don't need to do any of this stuff. State. Window on pop state. Go back and then come forward immediately. History to forward. Believe you can avoid the outside effect by instead doing this. Okay, but the other thing didn't work, so this probably doesn't work either. Original test. When fixing this, please consider what happens if you use push state followed by window location.hash equals foo. I think I shouldn't include the hash symbol. Excuse me, the hash symbol. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Maybe we do need the hash symbol. Oh, we're in the wrong place now. It still does not update. All right, I think this is getting too crazy. I'm just gonna do this and have some JavaScript to handle the update on the puzzle. Boom, 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 boom. We're gonna get rid of that. And I feel like we kind of want a function. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother. Screw it. It is not important. It's not important. We could even... Now I was thinking, because the initial setup, we can actually apply a style, but then I don't know how to remove the style unless, what if we do this? One sec. If I do this, get current, let current IDX equals, and then we'll do if IDX equals current IDX, else we'll do that, and then here we'll have initial, and then we can do something like dot pack puzzle dot initial is this, right? Now if I click here, this will stay unless we have initial and can I use not on this? CSS not pseudo. Can I use not with a pseudo class? Not target. I don't know. I feel like the not class didn't work with pseudos. Also, what's this thing here? What's this little stray symbol at the bottom? That's no good. Pretty sure that's not supposed to be there. Where'd that come from? Did I press a button somewhere? It's not coming from here. Oh, I don't like that. This is the sort of thing that might be really tricky to get rid of. If I... Because that's the only code where I'm messing with HTML, right? Still seeing it here. Also, this is not the short version of the pack. What is the short? Is that the pack URL? Which one is the pack? F plus F plus F plus F. That's the pack. So, grab this. Oh, grab this one. Okay. All right. That does. Okay. So at least I know this is the code that's adding that stray symbol, and now it's not there anymore. Okay. Okay. So that doesn't work. Not matches only. That is not the specific element selector. Not complex selector list. Not is argument. Replaced by the specificity of the most specific. Oh my god. Basically, if initial is not the target, I want it to be red. The initial one is this. All right, so we have no target. So why is... But this is the target. None. So the target thing doesn't work just the same here. So basically what I would want to know is if a target exists at all. So if I do, okay, so if I do document.query selector target. So I got that, right? But if I refresh, it's null, even though the hash exists. Which is interesting. Not is target. Maybe that's it. Red is target. Now this is back again. Where does this come from? Is it from the CSS? What the heck? If I go here, do this. Oh, wait, it's here now. Oh my god, where's the symbol coming from? Shit, where's this coming from? This is JavaScript, so it can't be in the JavaScript, right? Can't be in the JS files, can't be in this JS file. And it's not in here. So where the hell does this come from? Something is injecting this. Oh my god, what's injecting this? It's not here, right? It's not on a normal puzzle. It is here though. The frick? I don't even know what could do that. What if I just sleep? What if I do an await, sleep, 20 seconds, like that? In other words, is this caused by something that happens after this? No. Then I have to just remove it and hope it is something in this file. And if it's not something in this file, I feel like it's one of those, oh, you should step away from the computer and come back tomorrow. it's even here. Ow! Is it in the... I don't know what could do this. The only thing I can imagine doing this, but it doesn't make sense. But what? Like, removing this file should reset the code to basically how it was. I mean, none of this should be able to add that symbol. None of this stuff messes with... Well... Let's see. Let's see. Is this broken online? Like maybe... what am I doing? Maybe this was broken ages ago, and I just never noticed. No. So it's not broken online. So there's this file. Doesn't look likely. This one I'm not loading right now. And I don't see how... I mean, I guess it has to be this one, but I don't see how it can do it. Let's see, because I think it's something that's injecting... Oh, no, there it is. How? Where? Why was it not showing in the diff? The hell? I must have done this earlier today? Oh, there, but wait, when did that get added? And why is it not on beta? Here it was already? Here it was. Oh my god, how long ago was that extra character being... Oh my god. But why do I not see it online if it's already there? Oh my god, how far back does this go? I mean, okay, I can run blame later, but... if I go to one of the ones that I had online. Like, if I look at the... It's not here. And on beta, but it should be on beta because I definitely deployed those things. Like, I'm not seeing it, right? So if I look at the base page, it is here. So there's something in it. For some reason, it cleans it up magically, but there's something here in the structure that changes it and it just doesn't clean it up. Well, okay, anyways. At least now I know it wasn't that. So I can bring that back. That was a bug that was already present. Great. It's a waste of time. So I should be able to just run the dialogue again, no problem. Return at 43. Okay. Don't need that 2 seconds sleep anymore. Okay, so we have an initial one, but the initial one with the target and yada yada, it's not really working. So you know what? It's wasting time. It's late and I should play with my dog. So I'm gonna get rid of that. It's just gonna look weird. That's fine. We'll do that. It's just an initial proof of concept here, really. I think this is actually a lot further than I thought I would get on the first day. All right, we don't need that. Let us refresh. Okay. I think I can just push this. It won't do anything. I don't need to disable it. It will only kick in on packs, and you know, nobody's created packs yet. No, we want to bump miner like this. I have to be careful today because my girlfriend isn't here, so there's nothing stopping me from streaming forever instead of eating and having an evening. All right, here we go. Initial, oh, edit, feature, puzzle pack. Now, these features I've been adding lately, they're a little sparse. You know, the streamer tools is sparse. Actually, the screenshot tool was full on. I'm very happy with that. But I am kind of happy to kind of put the rule alert super basically useless, you know. But by pushing them in and having them sit in the code for a while, I know they don't break anything. And then it's just adding and refining them. But the fundamental functionality is already there. And kind of makes sense. So, if I do this, and I can deploy beta here, and here, deploy beta, we should be able to take this ID, go to beta.sudoku, yada, 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 right? Open that up, wait for it to actually update, which happens probably already. And we'll probably need to restart the beta server. So let's see. We need to restart process 6 here. Okay. Oh no, it worked already. All right, here we go. And I can do this. And you know what? To test, I'm actually going to play a couple of these. How about this one? So, 1, 2, 4 for 7 cage. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4. 2, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With the 1 in here. Now, I don't actually know. Says left turn. Place all the digits from 1 to 5 in every row column. Digits may not repeat in cages and some to the top left. Where a white dot are given. So what's the difference between this and a Sudoku is the lack of regions? Or a 5x5, the regions are just rows anyways. Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe. All right. We've got 3, 5 here. This has got to be the 5, 3. All right. All right. 3 here. No 1s here. No 4s here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 3, 3, 3. So if there's a 3 in the 8 cage, there's no 2s and no 5s. Alright. No 3 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a 5, 4, 1, 3. I think that's it. That is snacked. We have achieved snackage. Yeah, I think digits cannot repeat in the cages indeed. So does this actually work here? I don't know. 5, 2, 1. It does work. Now we don't have a way of opening the UI. All right, maybe that's something we need to add. So we do kind of need a button to open that, pop that open. Pop open and look under the hood. And we're gonna just do whatever the endless feature did. So, setting. Add set. No. Setting. No. Oh, because we moved it into this menu. All right. I just need a button that does a thing, right? So, add setting. I think this should be fine. Handle init. We'll go into handle init. Go in there. We'll put it under experiment. experimental. Create short view puzzle pack. And then it's just doing this. You know what? I'm gonna put that check in here. Return if equals undefined turn. But if I do this, right? And we are here. I can now close this, and I can go in here. Go in here. Perfect. Now, yes. Not close, true. We're gonna have to handle these buttons. On button. On button and on cancel. Handle dialog. Close. Oop. We'll just reset this. So now we have to close that, do this, and open this again, and go here. All right. Yeah, we need that. That's kind of minimum for the user interface to actually function. All right. We're gonna push that as a version bump. Don't think I need the server anymore. That should just be fine. We'll bump a patch version here. That's why we test. This is why we test. This is why we test. Add puzzle pack setting. All right. And now we should be able to refresh this. It's probably. So this is the puzzle we've already played, but now I can go under experimental, view puzzle pack, click on bubbles. Yeah, and I could even make it so it closes dialog once you press, but you know, that's fine. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 15, 6 is 21, so 11. So these two are 10. Interesting. These are 10 though, and I know how that works. And these are 11. I know how that works too, actually. 5. So the 6 goes here. Interesting. So 10 always has to be a 6, 4. And 11 has to be a 6, 5. Right. And that's 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 isn't here. It's definitely there. No, wait, it's not there. Can't be there. It's got to be there, right? Yeah. So that's 2, 5. That's 1, 3. And that's 1, 3. I think so far so good. Yes. Yes. 4s go on this side. They go down here. So 4. We need 7 more. Yeah, 6. There's a 6 here. So that's 4. That's 2, 4 like that. That's 2. That's a 4. 5, 2. Who goes there? Who goes there? 6 here. So puts the 4 there. 3, 5. 5 here, 4 there. 6, 5, 4, 6. 4, 1, 3, 1, 3. So we need 7. So that's 3, 4, and 1, 6. Like that. Like that. 2, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, and 5. Now I'd like it to pop open when you're finished with it, but you know, I'm just gonna push this out, and for one stream, I'm kind of happy with that. Yeah, some of the first n digits from that direction. Clues outside the grid indicating the sum of the first n digits from that. Clues at the sum of the first n digits out. Okay, so 4 cannot be 1. Has to be. Wait, clues outside the grid. The sum of the first n digits from that direction. Different clues may have different values for n. Oh, it's not x sums. Okay. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the sum of 1, 2, 3, 4? It's 10. So it's not 4. You can't make 8, so it's got to be 3. So this one got to be the 2. No, 10. Yeah, 2. I think similar with 7. No, we could have 3, 4, or 1, 2, 4. There's definitely a 4, so that's not a 4. 2 up here. And 4 can be 1 or 2. 4 or 1, 3. But this can't be a 2. 7. So this has got to be 3. It's either 1, 2, or 3. So the 4. 1, 3, 4. If the 7 has a 2, this 2 gotta go here. If the 7 doesn't have a 2... If the 7 doesn't have a 2, it's 3, 4. If it has a 2, it's 1, 2, 4. And the 2 has got to be here. There's always a 4 here. And the 8 is 1, 3, 4. Okay. And if it's 7 and 2, then this is 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Could this ever be a 3? If this is a 3, that's the 1. If this is a 1, that's the 3. Or could that ever be a 2, actually? No, yes, because if it's 1, 2... Wait. This is a 3. This is 1, 2, 4. If this is a 3, we have a problem. It can't be 1, 2, 4 then. So this cannot be a 3. Okay. Alright. With the 4... this... Well, if this is a 4, they can be whatever they want. Okay. 6 is different, because 6 has to be at least 2. So it's kind of like the 7. It's 2 or 3, right? So 6 would be 2, 4. 2, 4, or 1, 2, 3. So it always has a 2 in it. This can never be a 2. We knew that already, huh? 5. It can't be 1 anymore. And it can't be 3. So 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. The problem is it can be any of 1, 2, 3, 4. This is tougher than it seems. Not fair. Can this be a 2? If this is a 4, this can be a 2. These two add up to 6. Either this is a 4 or these add up to 4. This is a 4 or 1, 3. So can this ever be a 2? That's a 4, that's a 2. If that's a 2, this has got to... Oh, if this is a 2, this has got to be a 1, 4 pair. But if this is a 2, this has got to be a 4. So if this is a 2, this cannot be a 2, 4. It's got to be 1, 2, 3, and then that's got to be a 4. This cannot be a 2. That makes this a 3. 1, 4, 2, 3. So this has to be the 1, 4, 1, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. So this is 7. That's 8. That's 6. That's 5. And this is 4. There we go. All right. All right. 1 second. Let me just catch up on something here. All right. Let's just do the daily gas as a general test, as the negative test of something outside of a puzzle pack. Still working as it should. Oh my god. Lately, Discord just freezes up while it's trying to load the puzzle. In the meantime, I can't click on the links, and I don't know why. Like, why won't you let me click on the link while you're worrying about generating the image, and why does it take so long to generate the image? What does it say? Select the pair and pair. Okay, one to run. Yeah, okay. So basic, classic, easy breezy, beautiful, right? Let's see, 2, 3, 4s, 4C. There we go. 4s, 5s, 6s. Yeah, 7s. 7s. 8s. 9s. Okay, 9 goes here. And then we have 1 and 8 left here. 9s. Why do we not have the equivalent? Ah, yes, we do have the equivalent. 1 and then 2 and 9 go here. All right, now we have 8 and 1 here. All right, I think we can just fill these by 3s in here. So 1, 4, 7 with a 7 done, and 2, 5, 8. Well, not done yet. All right, but now we got a bunch more. We'll go back to the top. We'll never stop. Not as easy as I was hoping and or slash expecting. Or a double gas. 5. I mean, I could probably solve it faster if I just filled in more possibilities in certain places. But I'm trying to be a little bit more, what's the word, proper than that. But I think I'm overestimating myself here. Wait, what? The 8s are strangely asymmetric compared to the 2s. No, same as the 2s. All right, let's just do these. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 4 here, 8 here. I guess these are similarly unfruitful. The 6, 9 here, 2 here. Let's do this one. 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8, 6, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 2, 3, and 4. No one's here. No one here. Okay, that's what I was supposed to look at, I think. Let's see. No 8s here. No 9s here. No 9 here. So that's a 9. 6. All right. Now, you know, there's a 9 here. Since it's symmetrical, there's probably... Oh, the ones we already had. Interesting. 4 here. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 4. 4, 5. All right, but we have the same thing on this side, right? Let's do these quickly. 2, 5, 7. 7. 2, 5, 7, right? Yep. 7, and 5. And then here, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. 5 goes here. 5, 8, 8, 5, 3, 6, 5, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 8, 5. What are these 3? 7, 8, 9. Why are we further ahead on the right side than on the left? I missed something here. Right, let's do this. 1's here. 2. Anything obvious? That doesn't really help. 4's are done. 5 is also done. 6's. Okay. 9, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 6. 6, 1, 3. 2, 8, 9. 1. 2 and 8. And 9, 7. That was the first one. And the second one. Normalize. I want to play this on beta. Otherwise, it's not testing anything. And that's the second one. So we'll add up the times afterwards, because now I'm feeling I need every second to get this done. Please go here. Please go there. And there. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. No. It's not 4. That's 4. 5s. Now we're doing 5s. Don't jump the gun. 5s. 5s. Okay. 6s. 6 goes here. 6 goes there. 6 goes everywhere. There and there. That should finish off our 4s as well. Alright, what else we got? 7s. Like that. Doesn't go there. 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 8. 9. And, oh, we got a couple of these that we can fill in. Don't know why I don't... Was this not supposed to be symmetrical? Sometimes you find something you think should be symmetrical, and that doesn't turn out to be. Right, what goes down here? 5 and 9. Like this. And then the remaining 2 are 7 and 8. Alright. What else? What else we got? This one. Oh, no. That's 6. 9. 9, 5, 2. These 2 are 8 and 7. What we got here? We got 5, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. There we go. And these 3 are 1, 2, and 5. 1, 5, 2. All right. 8. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. Oh shit. Excuse me. Stop. I messed up. How far back? How far back? This is, I'm on the clock. Uh-oh. Probably a silly typo because I am always so careless. Oh, maybe it's worse than that. Alright, at this point I'm just gonna start over, keep the time. Alright, I'm gonna be more aggressive. Let's go in reverse order. Faster, faster, faster. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 5. 5. 5. 5. 4, 4, 4, 5, 5. Make sure I'm on the right track. 7, 9, 9. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. 3, 3, 3. And these 3 are 7, 9. That, and these 3 are 1, 2, 3, I'm guessing. Yep. Alright. Freeze. Freeze. Lose. Don't like that. Ones don't like that either. 6, 7s. 7s. Oh, what 5, 7s. 8s. What are these 3? 3, 8, 9. 3, 8, 9. And these 3 are 1, 2, 7. Alright, do we have something similar down here? No. Oh man, I always think it's gonna be more symmetrical than it really is somehow. 7, 8. 7. 1, 2, and 8. And 2, 3, 7, 9. 7. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. 1, 5, 8, 9. 7, 8. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. That's not 1, 2, 3. 1, 7. That's not 1, 7, and 5. So that's 5, 7. That's 2, 3. That's 2, 3, 4. And these 3 are 1, 5, 6. Okay. And these 2 are 4 and 6. 6 here, a 4 there. 1, 5, 6. 1, 2, 5. Oops. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3, 2. 2, 3, 3, 2. And 9, 3. With the 1 going here. The 7 going here. The 8 going here. 9 going there. All right. So that's 6 minutes, including the restart. And that's, so it's 11:30 something. 11 minutes I needed. Aw, I missed my double hats. What a pity. What a pity. All right. I gotta take a break. But I am kind of happy with what we accomplished here. So I'm going to actually celebrate by making a little GIF and posting it on the Discord. And I think I gotta do this kind of like that. And we probably want to include the URL if I can. So I'm gonna bring this down a little bit, bring this over a little bit. Kind of like that. Maybe zoom-a-doo-me that a little bit. Kind of like that. If I do this, I think it'll just stick the hash back in there, right? That's how we did it. But yeah, I'm gonna make it a relatively big one. 10 FPS, that should be alright. Let's give it a little bit of breathing space here. Record. We're gonna do this, 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 and this. Stop. The save replay button here shouldn't be in this dialogue, I think. But for now, I think that is all right. I think that'll be okay. Yeah. SudokuPad. Shots. Demo. And we're gonna call it Puzzle Packs. SudokuPad demo puzzle packs.gif. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining and helping me out. Very much appreciated, and I'm looking forward to getting these puzzle pack features implemented proper. Because we need to do a bunch of other things. Oh, and Toby's here because we're hoping that I'll give him some attention. All right. Oh, you can see. Is that his butt behind? No. I thought there was something here, but that's not him. All right. That's it for today. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.